Just after Kesari 2 release, I was watching this film in the theater and I had no idea there's a song coming with you in it. You looked amazing, you looked the part.
Thank you.
Could you tell us how did that happen?
Panchami Ghavri, who's the casting director, reached out and I said, "You want me to do a cabaret number?" I said, "Guys, I'm a designer." And I think I was quite amazed by the fact that they even thought of me.
Personally know so many women who love you very much. And when they come to you at places like, say, airport or wherever they run into, or they come to your store and see you, what do they tell you?
We're wearing the Love Child lipstick. Can you see? And I'm like,
yeah.
I think I want to tear up every time that happens.
That's amazing.
5 years back, it used to be, we just bought a kurta from your store.
Yeah,
Now it's just, we're wearing your product.
Right.
In fact, everywhere I go, people are like, we're using Love Child. So I think that's what they say. And they also say, after saying we love your mom, then they say, you inspire us to just show up. And I think that's nice to hear.
Being on camera has obviously never been a problem, right? You had your own show, so
It feels very comfortable whenever I go onto a set, even if it's for an ad.
Hmm.
Whenever the camera comes on, I think I am comfortable.
Is it easy to segregate work and make sure that you do that very well, this is managed very well?
I have an incredible team. We're actually over 370 people, the
Wow,
whole organization at House of
amazing.
Masaba. Everyone said, "Oh, did you have any input on the costume for this Kumari song?"
Yeah.
I was like, no.
No, why would you?
Why would I? It's not my... I'm not the costume designer on that set.
Yeah,
I
true.
trust Vijay, I trust Karan, I trust myself.
Yeah.
So I'm going to come here and perform.
Did you see any, say, Hollywood celebrity or anyone who has all these things, like they have their own makeup lines? Did it come from somewhere that I would like to do this, I'd like to do that?
More than that, I'm actually a huge fan of Priyanka Chopra Jonas. She has done this incredible career flip. She's been able to launch her own brand. At the same time, she's still somehow the desi girl and has not been replaced.
True.
I find that very inspiring. I want to be Priyanka Chopra Jonas.
Wow.
Hi, I'm Masaba Gupta and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.
Masaba, welcome to Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you.
I've been wanting to do this for long, but never got an opportunity, so I'm going to cover quite a bit.
Okay, awesome. I look forward.
Right. Firstly, we are talking just after Kesari 2 release. I was watching this film in the theater and I had no idea there's a song coming with you in it. You looked amazing, you looked the part.
Thank you.
Could you tell us how did that happen?
Even I'm quite perplexed by how it all happened because it just came out of nowhere. And I think that when it came to me, firstly, I don't think any of those people who reached out knew that I could dance. So, they asked me if I could dance, but obviously someone must have seen something somewhere, or I don't know, maybe a glimpse of me at Shamaks or something, because I spent a lot of time at SDIPA. Panchami Ghavri, who's the casting director, reached out. And she said that, there's this film and this first-time director is doing it, etc., etc. And I said, "You want me to do a cabaret number?" I said, "Guys, I'm a designer." And I think I was quite amazed by the fact that they even thought of me.
Right.
The fact that people think of you, Rohit, in today's day and age is a privilege.
True.
So I'm very happy that it happened. They thought of me. And before you know it, I think 2 days after I got married, I was on set in Mud Island and shooting with everyone. We rehearsed for a couple of days, of course, with Vijay Ganguly, who's an amazing choreographer. And he's also been my instructor at Shamak. So it was like a full circle moment. And next thing you know, we're on this beautiful set. And I think the reason why I was convinced in doing it is that I felt that everyone who was talking to me, be it the producers or be it Karan, be it Panchami, Vijay, they were all very invested in the idea that it's going to be aesthetically shot.
True.
So I think that really made me feel comfortable because I was like, it could go anywhere.
It should be some item number kind of.
I think, item numbers can also be well done.
Well done.
But I think I just wanted to be sure that it's done in a nice manner. So it worked out beautifully. But I'm still in shock, I think, that it's happened.
Tell me, did you ask Panchami that why me? Did you ask them when they come to you?
I did ask, I think, Karan.
Okay.
Or maybe he just told me. I remember we were on a Zoom call where he explained the whole scene, and actually it was Madhavan's
Right.
character's
Entry shot. Yeah.
So, which is why he was explaining the whole context of the film to me,
He's in a
etc.
Kolaba bar or something like
That's
that.
right,
Yeah.
a bar in Kolaba, and the fact that he's this, everything about his character. I don't want to say too much. Film's still in theaters,
Yes.
but I just think more than that, I remember him telling me that, listen, I need somebody who's confident and who is just like unapologetic and is just relaxed in their own self, and they have this ease to them. And I think the beauty of the whole song is that there's no aggressive dance moves. It's not like
Fair
a
enough.
hectic dance song, but at the same time, it's sultry, sensuous, all of that. But he just said, I want someone who believes in herself. So that was nice.
Right. Do you just, this is because this comes from like, out of your domain.
Yeah.
Do you tell anyone, friends, family, anyone that this has come, should I do, should I not do kind of a thing?
Rohit, that's one thing that I've never done.
Amazing.
As such. I don't really take a lot of advice except for my managers.
Right. Fair enough.
I really really think that my mom is somebody who I might go to in certain cases.
Okay.
And when I told her, I did ask her about this because entertainment is her space.
Her space.
And she said, yeah, you should do it. And she said, nothing goes to waste. कुछ काम
कुछ निकल के
waste
आएगा.
नहीं जाता. कुछ ना कुछ निकल जाता है, and someone will see it somewhere and you'll be fine.
Right.
So I said, what if the song is cut out of the movie, or what if like it never comes out, and all, you have all those
good
fears.
apprehensions. Yeah. Good to have all this.
And she said it doesn't matter, something will come out of it. So between my managers and my mum, I think these are people that I actively seek advice from. Apart and Panchmi in this case, I have to say, because I trust her a lot. She was the casting director for Masaba.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And she's actually really got me some beautiful work and auditions in the past as well. So I really trust her. She understands me.
Right.
But at the same time, I just believe that, if you ask someone, for example, who's not from this world, they'll be like, but why will you do it? I knew that would be the reaction. They say, but why would you do it? You're a designer, you're an entrepreneur, people won't take you seriously. Bullshit.
There's no such rule.
There's no such thing. If you do things well, anyone will take you seriously.
Right. And at what point did you see it?
The song?
Yeah, fully when it was...
We saw it, I think, a day before release.
Oh, just a day. I mean, there's not much you could do if you didn't.
Yeah, I think Karan was really caught up, and the director was really caught up, and I had a baby, and like life happened. And I mean, I can't believe so much has happened. Since this, But I saw it a day before it came out.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's that also speaks about the confidence that you're straight going into next day it's going to be out. That's amazing.
But I'm also somebody who never checks the monitor, by the way, for example. No.
Especially for a song like this, how can you I mean, I want to understand that it's such a lookist song, how you're looking, right?
Yeah.
So
see, luckily I was at my fittest physically when I shot it, so I was not concerned about the the toned body and all that. It was fine. But I think I learned this after day 2 on Masaba season 1, that don't keep going and checking the monitor.
Amazing. Yeah.
Because the minute you get caught up in the physicality of things and how you're looking and vanity or whatever, of course you should in some cases just to make sure that you're doing what the scene requires to do, etc. etc.
Right.
But not for मेरा chin ठीक लग रहा है, ये ठीक लग रहा है. Acting अच्छी कर लोगे तो सब ठीक रहेगा.
True. Good, because it looked great. It looked perfect.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Being on camera has obviously never been a problem, right? You had your own show, so.
Yeah, I mean, but it's only been not even 5 years?
Yeah.
Since season 1, 2020 was the first season. Yeah.
Right.
So it's only been 5 years, not even a decade. But yeah, it feels very comfortable whenever I go onto a set, even if it's for an ad. Whenever the camera comes on, I think I am comfortable.
Right. Since you're the boss here, is it easy to segregate work and make sure that you do that very well? This is managed very well.
I have an incredible team. We're actually over 370 people in the whole organization at House of Masaba. So there's a lot of people that work with me, and I'm somebody who's actually good at delegating, and I like to be on top of things. But I'm not somebody who has trust issues with the people that I have got on board to do a certain job.
Okay, that's great.
And I don't have control issues to that extent. I think I like to do things well. I think the output should be okay, but I don't want to, get in people's way,
Right.
and definitely not get in my own way. And I think the beauty, Rohit, is that when you run a business, um, you can compartmentalize, in the sense you say that, okay, now literally in a day, like today I did a meeting for Love Child, I did a meeting for the new bridal, I did a meeting with my chief of staff to align on some stuff that we were talking about, and I did like 3 other things. And I think I did a finance meeting in the middle as well. So it was creative,
Right.
finance, logistics, HR, something or the other. So I think I can pop in and out of roles very easily in a day. I think that helps me on camera
Right.
somehow, because I feel that like everyone said, oh, did you have any input on the costume for this Kumari song?
Yeah.
I was like, no.
No, why would you?
Why
Yeah.
would I? It's not my. I'm not the costume designer on that set. Sheetal is, who's by the way incredible. He did the costumes for Gangubai, so he's brilliant. And I was just like, I trust this guy.
Yeah,
I
true.
trust Vijay. I trust Karan. I trust myself.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna come here and perform. So
Yeah.
I can compartmentalize very well. But yeah, I think that it does sometimes. I'm just like, oh, I'm a stickler for time, and I'm a stickler for like things running a certain way
Right.
and like seamless, etc. So I sometimes try and get into things, but it's not that hard. I can compartmentalize.
Nice. Total boss lady, I would say. Designing is something that, people want your touch. People
Yeah.
come here, they walk in,
Yeah.
everybody is a Masaba design, it's a Masaba, whatever they buy, it has to have your touch. You make sure you give enough time to that part.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I have to say that in the last 2 years or so, maybe my attention was equally divided, I would say, between the organization, people management, and design. Because what happened is suddenly you had this beauty brand. I
Yeah,
now have a beauty brand, which I also create content for.
Yeah.
So I had to look a certain way and like be on camera, like this is a new product or whatever all the time. And then I had design, and then I had to also do campaigns.
Yeah.
I think I became more the marketing face of the brand and less the designer at the brand. And I think I really built a team
To take care
back
of that,
there.
yeah.
But I think now I'm going back to the drawing board.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think after I had my baby and everything, and now I'm feeling like I need to go back into design completely, in the sense that as a founder, I think when a company becomes a certain size, you become more a people manager, because
Right.
suddenly you've gone from 20 people to like 100 people sitting in front of you. So I think that becomes your key role. But I'm now going back absolutely to design.
Wow, that's incredible. These are all extensions of the business, like clothes, jewelry, then comes makeup. At what point because makeup, like you said, I'm sometimes shooting videos. Is that the part? I mean, it's great that you do it and you're in it. I feel better than getting some film star to do it. You are the face of it. People buy it for that.
Yeah.
And but do you enjoy that part?
Oh, I love it. I love being the face of my own brand,
Yeah.
and I love sitting in meetings and deciding which formulation will work.
Wow.
And oily skin, pigmented
Yeah.
skin, and this and that. And I've learned so much. It's actually built expanded my vocabulary when it comes to beauty and color cosmetics.
Wow.
So I think in many ways I enjoy that a lot. But I did struggle with it postpartum a little bit, because I was just not feeling like myself physically. And then I had to, on no sleep, be like, hi guys,
Yeah,
here's
yeah.
a new foundation.
Right.
3-in-1 and something. I was like, I just want to die right now. I really need my sleep.
Right.
So when my baby was sleeping, I would just be like, 10 minutes content, let's do it.
Wow.
So yeah, but I enjoy it.
Right. I was just downstairs and I was looking at the range. It's incredible what all you have.
Thank you.
What goes into, planning each product? This is like everything included.
So we actually have a very extensive, what we call an NPD, like a new product development calendar. And I have a team of about 3 people that helps me understand packaging, formulation, supply chain, logistics, all of that. But I think the thought really is we get into a meeting where we talk about, okay, what is the global consumer wanting and what is the Indian consumer wanting? And these are two very different things.
Okay.
I think Indian consumers are actually quite away from what global trends sometimes can be.
Okay.
But we follow,
Okay.
so that's important to always have an eye on. But we all get together in a room and everyone throws ideas. No idea is a bad idea. If someone says, I'm feeling like I take the train to work and I need a lipstick that really stays on for, say, 14 hours, we then set out to create that. But then she says, and I ask her, what else would you want in that lipstick? So, sure, it stays for 14 hours. What else do you want? And they say, we want it to not crack our lips. We want it to be hydrating, but we also want it to have a little bit of sheen. So I think it's very interactive, our product development exercise, where I actually ask everyone, or even I'm feeling a certain way about lipstick, like this 4-in-1 serum tint, which is one of our best sellers that I launched. It just came from the thought that why do women need so many products in the morning first thing to get up and go to work? If one product can do it all, it's brilliant. So I think we're very problem solving oriented as a brand, and that's how it goes.
Nice. Where do you want to take it? Where do you see this going? See the market you're in, it's so competitive.
Yeah.
Almost every actress is in it. Then there's a full generation of youngsters here obsessed with Korean beauty.
Yeah.
And where do you see yourself in the middle of all this?
The thing is that, one, I feel like people find that what I do, even with content, is very relatable.
Yeah.
Because I don't put on like 100 filters and a full face of makeup before showing my makeup, etc. I think that I'm very much myself, and that's out of choice. I don't have beautiful, flawless skin. I actually have very complicated, pigmented, and acne scar ridden skin. And I think at some level people resonate with the fact that I'm a real living being and I don't have glass skin, unfortunately. But I think they don't see this as a brand led out of the vanity of me being a celebrity. I think they see it as a effective, solution driven brand.
Yeah.
And it's product first. It's not me first. It's not about me saying, oh, it's Masaba's beauty brand and it caters to everything she likes. No, it caters to everything that Indian skin wants, and brown skin wants, and light skin wants, and wheatish skin wants. So I think I think that they resonate with that, and I think they also resonate with the fact that we never single out the brown skin woman. And I think a lot of international beauty brands can sometimes, like, I walk in and I never get my shade. So I think they
very few internationally have those 300 shades and all that.
Yeah, I think it doesn't even have to be quantity. It's just the quality of that shade depth that matters. Even if you have 10, you do them in a way that they fit as many face cards as possible.
Right.
So I think it's not about that inventory, but it's about meaningful inventory rather.
Right, fair enough.
Well thought.
Right. You said you're going back to the drawing board. You have a label which people identify with, people can see it and say, hey, did you get this from Masaba? Like, that's your complete identity, and all credit to you for, reaching that place. Do you feel some days I want to scale up and do the next thing? Like,
Listen, Rohit, if I scale up and do the next thing anymore, everybody will leave my organization and I'll be alone.
No, this just to scale up, it's great, right? Like it's
no, it's we've actually scaled up tremendously in the last
okay, I
just
can see that.
2 years maybe. It's a lot has happened. We went from 7 stores in 2022 to 23 stores.
Wow.
That's just amazing. Apparel. We have about 15 to 18 kiosks in malls just selling beauty, just selling Love Child.
Wow.
We're at every Shopper Stop beauty store. We're at Nykaa. We're available on Tira. We're available on Amazon, Myntra. So you name it. We're like, it's a very widespread retail operation, actually. And we've launched fine jewelry. We've launched bridal with Karina back then. And I've actually revamped the Indian wear, the Indian prep, and I've also revamped the ready to wear with the Western leg of the brand. I've launched a separate category called Kinda Couture,
Wow.
which is just for editorial.
Okay.
And we have accessories and handbags launching at the end of the year.
Amazing.
So there's
All
a lot.
one-stop shop. Like a girl can enter and just walk out with all the things they
That's
need.
the plan, head to toe in Masaba.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, when personally know so many women who love you very much. And when they come to you at places like, say, airport or wherever they run into you, or they come to your store and see you, what do they tell you?
We're wearing the Love Child lipstick. Can you see? And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I think I want to tear up every time that happens.
That's amazing.
You know, 5 years back, it used to be, we just bought a kurta from your store. Now
Yeah,
it's just, you know, we're wearing your product.
Right.
In fact, everywhere I go, people are like, we're using Love Child. So I think that's what they say. And they also say, after saying we love your mom, then they say, you know, you inspire us to
Yeah.
just show up. And I think that's nice to hear.
That is great, right?
Yeah.
That is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, when you know, does this come from some inspiration? Like, did you see any, say, Hollywood celebrity or anyone who has all these things? Like, you know, they have their own makeup lines. Did it come from somewhere that I would like to do this, I'd like to do that?
You know, more than that, I'm actually a huge fan of Priyanka Chopra
Yeah.
Jonas, because I think that she has done this incredible career flip. You know, she was a singer in between.
Yeah,
She's
she
been
tried
an
singing, yeah.
incredible actress. At no point did the actor in her suffer when she was doing this singing gig. She's been able to launch her own brand
Yeah.
of hair care.
Hair care.
She's
A Hollywood
she
star.
has a
yeah,
Hollywood,
yeah.
you know, portfolio, and at the same time, she's still somehow the desi girl,
Yeah,
and has
yeah.
not been replaced.
True.
I find
Yeah.
that very inspiring. But I
Right.
used to say, I want to be Priyanka Chopra Jonas.
Wow, that's
I'm a huge fan.
It's no, and we all are. Like, you know, today Oscar award needs Priyanka to sit on the table. What more can we
And
say?
you know, you know, the thing is, Rohit, she has so much masala.
Yeah.
You know, when
Yeah.
she's sensuous, but she's also a great performer. She gives great dialogue. She's got an incredible face. She can dance. She's the true blue Bollywood heroine, you know.
True. Yeah, I remember from her literally her modeling days, and today when I sometimes when standing at Times Square, you see 3 hoardings of Priyanka Chopra,
Wow.
one of L'Oreal, and one of Gap, and one of a movie or something. I was
Yeah,
like, wow,
yeah,
she's
yeah.
really, and here she comes, works with United Nations, goes to small cities.
At
and-
the same time, but you know, when I see her here, I've noticed she sticks to her team that has been with
Yeah.
her for so long.
Oh yeah, same team,
I
right?
find that very inspiring.
Right. That's a great role
Yeah.
model.
Hi, I'm Masaba Gupta, and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.